let's throw all this away into the best segment of the month in Jordi's monthly tune-up.
Good Lord. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Where you going?
No. You're staying. You're all staying for this. Boys,
roll up your sleeves.
May was wild when it comes to music. I mean, everything I'm about to tell you, this is like 10% of what happened this month. I just skimmed off the top and got the good stuff. Let's get right into it, though. Apple released their 100 albums of all time this month. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the list. There is a lot of... I don't know. I feel like it's a little biased. Probably somebody younger than us put this list together. Who just knows like classic albums. I don't know. We had Kanye, and this is something else that was going on. Is there are albums in here that are good, but then there are albums by the same artist that are better that didn't make it. Kanye's Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, great album. I really like it. It made the list. However, there was no Graduation. There was no 808s. Like his best albums didn't make the list.
Right.
So that's whatever. Outkast Aquemini made the list, but Stanko did not. And then we had artists like Slipknot, System of a Down, Gorillaz, Lil Wayne, Childish Gambino, Whitney Houston, Sleep Token, and Jungle that did not make the list at all. They're just not there. So yeah, not the best list in my opinion. I am gonna go over the top 10. At number 10, we've got Beyonce's Lemonade. It's pretty good, honestly. I think so. It's a really good album, front to back. Number 9, we've got Nirvana's Nevermind.
Can I say something about Nirvana real quick?
Please do.
They're not even good. Like, Nirvana is not a good band.
It's more that they... I think it's more that they started up like a genre on their own.
I agree. Nirvana's not good, but I do enjoy Nevermind. And I really, really enjoy their Unplugged.
Their Unplugged's fine.
They're Unplugged. They're Unplugged. I go so far as to say I really, really like their Unplugged.
I can say personally, I don't like the Nevermind album enough to put it on a top 100, but I acknowledge how iconic it is, especially for the time when it came out.
Oh yeah, I don't think I'd put it on.
I agree that it should be on the list, but top 10, no.
No, I would never put it top 10.
Absolutely not.
That's far away from top 10, but I do enjoy it.
Jacob's really gonna like the top or the number 3. Number 8, we've got Amy Winehouse's Back to Black.
Okay.
I mean,
fine, I guess.
I don't think I've heard the entire album. I may have heard 1 or 2 songs from it, but I mean,
For sure.
She's pretty good, I guess. Number 7, we got Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. Very deserved. Very deserved. Don't know.
A really good fucking album.
I'm not 100% sure if I sat down and put together 100 albums. I don't know that would make the top 10. I think it would definitely make top 20 at very least.
Yeah.
Number 6, we got Stevie Wonder's Song is the Key of Life. Not top 10 material, but I mean,
yeah, I would. Yeah, nope, never.
Number 5, Frank Ocean's Blonde. I actually just listened to this for the first time a couple weeks ago. I don't think it's as good as everybody hypes it up to be, but it is really good fucking album. Number 4, we got Prince and the Revolution's Purple Rain, also very deserved. Jacob, this one's for you. Number 3 is the Beatles' Abbey Road.
Oh my fucking god! Jesus Christ!
You know they're the best.
Just say you don't know good music and keep the list going.
Number 2, we got Michael Jackson's Thriller, and this is the only Michael Jackson album on the whole list.
That's crazy.
It is. It's very crazy. It's extremely crazy.
No bad.
No bad.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, Thriller's very deserved to be in the big three.
Yeah.
But for that to be the only, there's not even like Jackson's Jackson 5 or anything.
Well,
Just Thriller. Just Thriller. But our number one album, you guys want to take a guess? Any wild guesses?
Is it the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill?
All right, Devin, look at you. Yes, that is the number one. That is the Apple number one album of all time. It's better than every other album you've ever heard.
What album is this?
Lauryn Hill's The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
The only reason she got it so they can take her out to dinner.
Have you ever seen what's that movie called with Whoopi Goldberg?
Sister Act?
Sister Act 2. Have you ever seen Sister Act 2?
I think so.
She's like the main black girl student.
Okay,
the best singer of the choir.
Is she any good?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
It's
a good album.
Oh yeah, there you go. Congratulations.
It's a really good album. I don't know that it would be on my personal number one, but it's an amazing album.
No
Was Queen on there anywhere?
No, My Chemical Romance. What'd you say, Jacob?
Queen?
Queen was on there somewhere. Let's see.
Slim Shady LP?
Real quick.
Encore?
Slim Shady LP.
Bro, don't sit and act like Slim Shady LP wasn't the hottest shit from 1997.
Oh, it was great.
Oh wow, I lied. There's an album by the Smiths called The Queen is Dead, but Queen did not make the list.
Really?
Queen is not on the list, guys.
But that's fucking crazy.
The Smiths, whoever the fuck they are, made the list.
You never listened? I only know the Smiths.
But Nirvana's fucking Nevermind made the list.
Made the top 10.
I only know the Smiths.
Okay.
500 Days of Summer multiple times.
Okie dokie. Fucking.
Wow.
Music is subjective.
Graduation?
No Graduation.
Really?
Any Panic on there?
No Panic. No Fall Out Boy.
That's fucking crazy.
If Black Parade's not on there, none of those other ones are going to be on there.
That's fair.
Green Day's got to be on there.
American.
Hold on, let me double check, but I don't think Green Day is on here.
Dookie's got to be on there.
Dookie's showing up.
No Green Day.
Wow.
No Green Day. No Black Sabbath.
No
Metallica.
Metallica did make it once. Master of Puppets is number 69.
Okay. Wow.
Thank you, Snow.
That's a stupid list made by somebody really stupid.
The cool Lupe?
Lupe is not on there.
That would be top 10 for me. Cool up there.
But there you have it. That is the Apple top 10. If you want to check out the rest of the top 100, just Google Apple top 100 albums, whatever.
Kind of disgusted.
While you're at it, anybody listening, if you're watching us on YouTube or you're following us on Twitter, let us know what your personal top 10 albums of all time are. And moving on, you may see headlines or articles or whatever about the music artist B.O.B. being dead. This is a hoax.
Okay.
These posts started circulating around yesterday. I saw one this morning when I woke up.
Why B.O.B. of all people?
I don't know. Probably because he's a flat earther or something. I don't know.
He's probably working at Subway again.
In the night sky are like shooting stars.
He ain't dead though. He's still here. Kanye and Kim K's daughter Northwest performed as young Simba in a Lion King production at the Hollywood Bowl.
Did you just forget that was her name for a second?
It's bad, you guys. Like
people are making fun,
and it's deserved. She needs this lesson now, so that she goes into a profession that she's good at.
I forgot.
I mean, that's good at this profession.
I may get some hate if this episode pops off and people actually watch it. But I don't care that she's 10. I don't care that she's a celebrity couple's daughter. I don't care. She's bad. It's horrible. She was flat. Like the whole time she was flat. She had that stale plastic smile on her face, like somebody was forcing her to do it. Very unnerving. She had a really awkward step touch every time she wasn't singing. Like that's bad performer 101. Everybody
Look,
does that when they're terrible on stage. What's
I
up?
think Kanye is one of the best stage performers of all time. One of the best like I don't know if mixologist is what I want to say, but like Kanye will make you sound good. I think we probably should have went, "Hey, Dad, help me out." You know, like
Something for me.
Kanye. He may be a freak now, but like he's talented musically.
He still has talent. He
Oh
just
yeah,
makes weird choices.
yeah. He's a fucking idiot, but like he knows what he's doing. He just does
On
the
top
wrong
of
thing.
all that, of course, Cody already mentioned TikTok is going in on her. People are kind of making fun of her. Two of the biggest points that people are poking at are her. Apparently, she opted to wear her own outfit. Um, it's Simba inspired, but it really just looks like a modern like fashion runway tan outfit. It's very out of place because everybody else on stage is dressed up like an animal, like you're supposed to be in a Lion King production. And then
Right.
you got like this Gen Alpha girl over here, just like chilling, trying to be cool. It looks very out of place. It looks bad. But then at the end, she missed her cue to exit stage, and like you can see one of the dancers like pull on her, and she's just like,
What?
they're like, get off the stage. I mean, yeah, overall, very bad. I really hope they're not pushing her into entertainment, because that's kind of what it looked like. Looked like she was just doing it because mom and dad are entertainers, and she did not look comfortable, and it made me uncomfortable. Um, in other news, the great rap war of 2024 came to a climax and a close. Um, the bulk of it was actually all within about 24 hours too, which is crazy.
Right?
Um, anybody? I know all you guys here know Kendrick. You know his um how he conducts himself, how he raps, how he does things. So I'm not gonna dive into like the cryptic messages or the subtle jabs or anything like that because we could be here all night picking apart just one of the songs.
Right.
So I'm just gonna like hit bullet points real quick. If you guys want to jump in, make comments or whatever, we do this. So anyway, we kicked the month off with Kendrick making his anticipated response to Drake's Tailor Made when he dropped Euphoria. Allegedly, this song was 19 minutes long before editing and cutting it down for time management.
I saw that.
I can believe it.
A lot of people speculate that the following songs we got were born from the bits that were cut from Euphoria, which is possibly true, but I don't think there's any proof one way or the other for that.
I think Not Like Us sounds far too different.
Same.
I feel the same way about
The-
Instagrams.
The only supporting theory for that is like Euphoria does sound like a couple of different songs on its own.
I don't know.
So like I could believe that the other songs were originally part of it, but I don't know. It's a little far fetched for me.
Well, and it could have been just that initial 19 minutes. They just let him go and said whatever the fuck he wanted to say. And then after that, they're like, all right, we could probably break this up into like 4 or 5 songs.
Right.
So let's do that.
But who knows? I think it was like a day or two after that drop. Kendrick then drops 616 in LA. I mean, a lot of people thought it was over after this one. They didn't think Drake was going to clap back at all. I was one of those people. But then later that same day, Drake surprised us all with Family Matters, which, I mean, looking back in retrospect, like, man, whatever. But at the time when it first dropped, it was like, oh shit. Like, Drake
shit, he got his van.
Drake coming with the heat.
And then
He's
about
actually
35 minutes
stepping up.
later,
It was pretty decent, yeah. And then
I thought that was great, but what I didn't like about it was like he tried to make it too songy.
Yeah, he did. It was very poppy.
And if he would have just like it would have went straight at it, I think we would have been into some good shit. And it's a fine song. And I don't really like
It is.
Drake. I don't really like Drake anymore. I like his old stuff a lot more. Family Matters, good song. Not what I would have hit Kendrick with in that manner, but good song.
Yeah, big agree. But then later that same night that Family Matters comes out, Kendrick drops again with Meet the Grams. Banger of a diss. I mean, it was nasty. Kendrick then double taps, and I think it was the same night, maybe at like midnight. Or I might be tripping. Yeah, same night.
Like 10, 15 minutes later.
Double taps and drops Meet the Grams, which is or not Meet the Grams. Not Like Us, which is arguably the kill shot. That was the end of the feud. A lot of people agree that was the end of the feud. Drake did drop the Heart Part 6 after that.
That shit sucked.
Which, I mean, that's technically the end of the feud because that's the last diss track that was dropped. But,
right. That was so bad. Kendrick was like, fuck it.
Yeah. But, I mean, the biggest thing about the Heart Part 6, I mean, for me anyway, is just the way that Drake was kind of going through the motions of, like, telling on himself. Like,
yeah.
He was like the whole Millie Bobby Brown thing. Like, how he tried to defend himself for something that nobody was really clowning on him for yet. And it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. You thought it was over. You thought the beef was over. You thought it was all the explosion happened, the dust had settled, and we were all gonna go back about our day. But then, out of fucking nowhere, here comes Metro Boomin. dropping the beat of the year with BBL Drizzy. And didn't stop there. Because then he announces to the world that whoever writes or whoever spits the best verse over BBL Drizzy gets a free beat and $10,000. So, then you just have all of TikTok, all of YouTube, just amateurs, up and coming rappers, people that haven't rapped in forever getting back in the game. Everybody's coming in on BBL Drizzy, dropping verses. Some people are making fun of Drake. Some people are doing their own thing. It's wild. I do want to say, though, the most wild thing to me, especially since nobody's talking about it, is nobody has won. Nobody has received their free beat or their $10,000.
Oh,
you want to know the most wild thing to me about that?
Not a soul on the internet is even questioning it.
The most wild thing to me is that fucking Drake made a song on it.
Yeah,
I did see that. I haven't had a chance to listen to it. I kind of thought it was a hoax, honestly.
I mean, I think that's
like
fine.
Performing it at shows.
I think it's fine as a way of like, the shit don't even hurt me. Like, go fuck off. Like, whatever.
Well, come on.
I could, but as a like trying to look that way.
I feel you. I mean, good for Drake. I don't have that level of delusion in my being, but
I do.
You do, you do. But I mean, I feel like for at least this summer, people are gonna be chanting OVO a lot. You're gonna be hearing BBL Drizzy a lot. Like, win or lose, we got some fun back and forth. We got some fun things to chant, some fun songs to sing.
We do.
Top-notch feud. Top-notch feud.
Mm.
And then
what, did you actually have an and then, or are you being silly?
Oh, no. And then Childish was just like, hi, guys. He didn't do anything about the whole, with the beef at all, but he just was
dropped his album, That's Not For Me.
Cody, let me do my segment.
I'm just saying.
You're jumping like 2 sub-segments ahead of me right now.
Wait, what else has happened between then?
Well, let him explain.
What I'm saying is I'm going to talk about Childish. I'm talking about the rap beef right now.
But I thought that was the end of that.
Oh my God.
He still has to talk about Chris Brown and Quavo.
That was...
What? Okay, anyway. So Drake and Kendrick weren't the only ones beefing in May. There was a lot of beef going on, a lot of diss tracks being dropped. We had Sukihana dropping cocaine on JT, who had dropped OK earlier in the month, shooting on her and several other female rappers. I'm not really into this feud. I'm not into their music at all, so I don't know much else past that. But that's something that happened. Macklemore dropped a diss track called Heinz Hall on the government.
Yeah,
In
quite literally.
It's actually not a terrible song. I listened to
No.
it a couple times.
I'll listen to it today.
And it's a protest against the genocide going on in Palestine.
Yeah.
So I mean, props to him, respect to him. It's just funny that he dropped that in the month of the rap feud.
Right.
But then the best one of all on top of that is fucking Rikishi drops this track.
Was that
The Sultan on Hulk Hogan. Yes, that was
this month? Oh my
That was
god!
So the girls are fighting.
The girls are fighting.
Girls are
Fuck,
fighting.
fuck the Hulk Hogan.
Have you guys heard this song, "The Spark," on TikTok?
Mm-mm.
These Irish kids that made a kids song that blew up and became adults' favorite song.
No.
Oh,
Man,
maybe I did.
It's kind of fire.
That's we got a lot of energy and we'll tell you about it.
Yep, that's it. That's it. This is literally two. I'm assuming they're both separate crews, but two like crews of Irish kids that make music for kids, like very very typical innocent stuff. It's the Cabin Crew and the I'm gonna fuck this up, and the Lisdoonvarna crew. It's the city they're from. I don't know. But they dropped this song called "The Spark," and it's like a heavy drum and bass, poppy rap.
Yeah. They're good.
And I mean, it's literally just like surface level positivity and believing in yourself, and like typical happy kid stuff to rap about. Blew up on TikTok. People are loving this song. They're making videos to it. A lot of people on TikTok are saying it's going to be the summer theme. I mean, give it a listen. I've listened to it several times myself. It gets a little annoying towards the end because they start like trying to have fun with it, and the kids are just like yelling the chorus. My ears can't handle that. I don't like it. It sounds annoying. But the first like 2 minutes of the song, very good. It'd be nice if they could re-release it without the yelling. But now I feel like I'm talking like an old person, so we're gonna move on. Kids and their noise. We had a music video drop this month. Cody, Childish Gambino, made a comeback when he re-released his 31520 project from 2020. The album is now called Attavista.
Yeah.
On top of this, he also released a music video for Bigfoot Littlefoot. It's very like old timey. It's like a Childish Gambino dance type of video. A lot of people have been trying to dissect it and figure out all of its artistic meaning and everything. I mean, because that's just a thing that Childish Gambino does. Like he always has cryptic messages in his videos, even if they're just artistic. I personally have not delved into that, but I really like the video. It appeals to the old show choir kid in me. If you haven't watched it, definitely give it a shot. If you're on TikTok, I doubt that you've not seen it.
Right.
I want to give a couple shout outs to some local artists. Cleveland, a buddy of mine from high school, is on YouTube
Cleveland?
under. What'd you say?
I know Cleveland.
Young CL.
Yeah. A couple of y'all know Cleveland. He is on YouTube currently under Cleve Music, CLEVE Music. And he dropped a new song this month called Lofi. Super vibey R&B. It's very chill, very melodic. It's kind of like a vulnerable piece. It's talking about like the woes of relationships or whatever. If you give this a listen on like a rainy day and you're in your feelings, like it's gonna hit. It's a really good song. I was listening to it this morning while it was storming, and I was feeling myself like I was actually in a relationship, and I'm not. While you're on YouTube, give him a follow, by the way. While you're on YouTube, pop over to Blue Floof. This is another friend of mine that has made his return to music. He makes a lot of synthwave, house type music. Very vibey, very cool. I like playing it in the background while I'm gaming or while I'm writing for D&D. It'd be perfect for like studying any kind of idle activity. Check him out if you like synth or house music or both. And give him a follow as well. And lastly, while you're on YouTube, go ahead and pop over to Takers IN. I covered a song that they dropped last month. And they have another new song this month called Codebreaker. It's a banger. It's another banger. They are putting out some really good music. Especially if you're into metal. They're a metal band if you didn't catch it on the last tune up. But yeah, Codebreaker, heavy song. Check it out. Give them a follow. For other music that has released this month, we have music by Kate, Megan Thee Stallion, Billie Eilish, Wick Whitney, BM, Wallows, Lenny Kravitz, 21 Pilots, Chief Keef, Chainsmokers, Sexy Red, and Shinsia. They all have new albums, new tracks, new music out this month. Among a lot of other artists that I just couldn't add to this list because this segment has gone on long enough already. Honorable mention for new music this month. This is a group that I've never heard of. Still haven't listened to anything from them, but I saw their name today and it made me laugh. New music by Bussy Business.
That's Jake's secret band. What do you mean?
it's just Jacob's secret band.
Wow.
I'll probably listen to them later just to see if it's good.
Good job, Jake.
But that name just floored me. Bussy Business is great. So that's it. My throat's a little dry. I'm ready to stop talking. That's your tune up for May. Drive safe out there, and we'll see you in a month.
I got a couple things to add.
Same.
Adam.
For all you rock mutants out there, Knocked Loose released an incredible album. I know Devin loves that. Poppy features on it, so go check that out. If you're a fan of Eminem, he's dropping a new song May 31st called Houdini.
Oh shit, I didn't see that.
You didn't? Well, now you know.
Hell yeah, that's what this is for.
If you're one of those select few that are fans of Ronnie Radke, him, Tech Nine, and Alex Terrible released a song called Ronald. And one of my favorite bands, Waged War, have been released 3 songs off their new album coming out this June 21st. The first one sounded like a very typical radio song they'd hear on every single rock stations, and then second one was a little bit heavier, something more that sounds like them, and then the third one just really kicked you in the keister. So yeah, I'm excited for that. That's it for me.
I'll get kicked in the keister.
Oh yeah. Been listening to Spotify DJ, so I have nothing to add. Oh, actually, you know what? No, I do. Spotify has been nonstop the past 3 days, telling me to listen to new releases from Honey Revenge. So shout out Caleb. Listen to it one time on the way to Ohio, and Spotify thinks I love them.
Yeah, not bad.
No, Honey Revenge is good, but I don't need this every day.
I am going to add that Billie Eilish's new album is fucking fantastic.
It is.
I listened to one song. I don't remember what it was.
I still don't know if I will say that it's the best one, because When We All Fall Asleep is an amazing album. and I don't like it's gonna be hard to beat that for me, just because a lot of the songs on there are what got me into Billie.
Is that the one with Bad Guy on it?
Yes. Which that's like, I like Bad Guy. I just don't listen to it very often just because of how like overplayed and shit it was.
Yeah.
But a lot of good shit happened with this album, and a lot of like longtime fans from when she first started got pretty emotional because the last song "Blue" is actually a release of something that was an unreleased track from like 2017 that her and Phineas decided to finish up because I guess it like somebody found it and leaked it. And she said at first she got really upset about it and was like, cool, there goes people stealing my shit again. But then it kind of like sparked a like, fine, fuck it. Let's finish it. Let's get it out there. But it's actually a mixture of two different songs that had blue in it because they were working on another song called Old Blue that also never got finished. So they just put them together and made the new song Blue. But the end of Bittersweet that leads into the song Blue was basically the unreleased track of True Blue from 2017, which is really cool. But when I started because I wanted to see how TikTok was receiving it, I wanted to see what people were saying about it and everything. And every time that I got to somebody listening to Blue and they just got all emotional, I was like, all right, I'm missing something here. Like, it's a really good song, but what am I missing? So I looked it up and in one of her recent interviews talking about it. Also, I'm pretty sure Lunch is going to be a pretty big contender for hit of the summer. Like, that thing will get stuck in your fucking head whether you want it to or not.
Lunch is great. Definitely my favorite song on the album.
Mine keeps bouncing, man. I've listened to the whole album so many times now. I don't know. There's so many. It's probably Lunch or the it's like Chiro or Chiro Iro or whatever the hell. But unfortunately, she did not get to debut as Billboard #1. Her and the Swifties were battling out pretty hard.
I heard Billie Eilish was mad at Taylor Swift.
No, listen. There's a lot of things that I think kind of got taken out of context to try and make it into something. Billie did say in an interview that she thinks people that do 3-hour concerts are stupid. None of your fans want that. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to sit in one spot for 3 hours.
Man, I don't disagree.
I think
if you got the
everybody who goes
catalog
to Taylor
for it-
Swift concert does.
If you got the catalog for it, then I don't think it's that bad of a thing.
I'm saying for me, I don't want to sit at a concert.
Right. But she was just saying that in general. There wasn't like a Taylor Swift and Beyonce are fucking idiots for doing that. And that's what people are making it out to be, and that's not it. And then there was some before her album release, she said that people that are making these like 10 and 15 versions of every album are just like money hungry and annoying. But she did come out with, I think, 9 versions of hers. So like for the vinyls and all that kind of stuff. So people are kind of clapping on her for that. But I mean, I don't think there's any bad blood. It is weird. I think from the PR standpoint,
Bad blood.
Both of their PR managers were trying to make sure that either one stayed on top, because the day that Hit Me Hard and Soft from Billie released, Taylor released voice memo versions of her album digitally, and there were 6 different versions, and you had to buy all 6 to get the 6. Each version had one voice memo for one of the songs.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So you had to buy 6 different versions of the same CD digitally to get all 6 voice memos.
This is why
Taylor out here dropping DLCs for her album.
Taylor out here becoming a dirty millionaire or billionaire, and it's fucking disgusting.
I mean, she's been the PR queen for years.
That's nothing. PR queen.
Look,
that's fucking.
I just want to say I agree that it's annoying and disgusting, but at the same time, the people are buying it.
Yeah.
Right. It's just like the whole microtransaction thing. You don't have to do it. No one's out there being like, "Oh, you're not a Swiftie if you don't have all the voice memos." Like Genie doesn't have that shit. But then Billy's PR manager came back and was like, all right, fine. We have the isolated vocal version of fucking Hit Me Hard and Soft. So then that went up. So they were doing that kind of thing, like back and forth for a little bit. And then Taylor did end up getting it. Billy got number 2, which, it sucks a little bit. Taylor's already been on top for fucking years. It'd be nice for somebody else to have it, but that's okay.
Good.
It is what it is. It wasn't even about being good. Her CD had been out for a month, and she released 14 different versions of it that her billions of fans were going to buy. Like, it's not like they bought the one CD like 50 billion times. They bought 15 different CDs 10 billion times.
Hey, if I'm Billy and my friend did that shit on the day I'm releasing my one album, I'd be pissed too.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
Yes.
But a lot of people were like, a lot of people are just trying to make it bigger than it actually is. I don't.
As they do.
Yeah. I mean, hell, the 1 year that Taylor won, I think it was a Grammy or whatever. She said something about she did this for all the little girls sitting at the piano. And then the next year Billy won and she said, I'm the little girl at the piano. Thank you. Like, there's nothing going on between the two
that we know of.
It's just they're both popular singers and they want to be number 1. Like, that's all it is.
Billy just jealous she can't get what Taylor gets, so that's whatever.
I don't even think she's jealous. I think she just wanted to try. That's what I'm saying. People like you are the problem, Snow.
Just because she ain't got as money as Taylor does doesn't mean she got to be upset about it. Come on.
Nobody has as much money as Taylor does.
And see?
There are no ethical billionaires.
Jeff Jarrett might.
Jeff Jarrett might, actually. I mean, yeah, Jeff Jarrett might. Tony Atlas had fuck money, so whatever that means.
Tony Atlas.
Virgil, my bad.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Speak ill of the dead.
Saying he had fuck money? That's not speaking ill.
You didn't call him by the right name.
It was an accident.
God, that's how fucking curses start.
You're right.
Curses.
But yeah, Billy album's great. Go listen to it. Very vibey.
I showed Jordi a new band today. It's called Wallows. Has the main character from 13 Reasons Why is the lead singer. It's pretty good.
Oh.
That's all I got about it. It's super vibey and fucking I don't know how to describe it, but it's fun.
Awesome. Should go listen to a band called Galapagos.
All right, Devin.
Galapagos.
What?
The penguin or the island?
Do you like penguins?
I don't know. Message them on Facebook.
All right. Is that it?
Cody, you like penguins even though they have, beaks?
Man, I sure wish you listened to why I don't like things at all.
I do. I literally just listened to that specific podcast a couple weeks ago.
Cody, are you scared of spider monkeys?
You know he is. It has the word spider in it.
No, they're tiny enough that I can't really see any of their features.
Their feet look like hands.
And their hands look like feet.
Ah, stop, you're scaring him.
Which I would love.
You are.
Try not to scare you. What do you mean wish you were loved?
Scared of baboons too?
Oh. Again, it's like you're
taking everything out of context, Devin. Come on.
Wow.
No, it's not out of context. You're literally twisting my words. I said I
You're
don't
one
like
of those
things
people,
with four appendages.
Devin. You're one of those people, Devin.
He's scared of crustaceans and greater apes. Yeah, you know what's funny about great apes? Only one subspecies of ape is categorized as a lesser ape.
Which one?
The gibbon. So scientists just wanted to single out the poor gibbon. It's the only lesser ape.
Oh yeah.
There's your zoology lesson, boys and girls, for this month's edition of the one podcast to eventually rule them all, Top Tertian Nation. We love you.